you're a huge sports fan. When you heard that Bad Bunny was named to be the halftime performer for the 2026 Super Bowl in San Francisco, which is actually perfect, what did you say? What was your thought?
Now, I am a big sports fan. Not a huge, I don't know, what do we call Big Bunny? What kind of music is Big
Bad
Bunny?
Bunny,
It
Dave.
bad,
Bad.
bad. Well, there you go. Big Bunny. I said Big Bunny, Bad Bunny. The first thing that I heard about Bad Bunny, Big Bunny, whatever. And at first I thought it was Psycho Bunny, which is just like a clothing store in a
Clothing line.
mall. So I was like, this, I don't know what's going on here. 'Cause I honestly thought that. I was like, oh, Psycho Bunny, it must be the clothing store of the guy who's a rapper. I don't know. Like, I'm definitely, this is not my thing. Subsequently, though, I've learned a bit about this big bad Psycho Bunny, and it doesn't seem like the type of thing maybe that should be at the halftime show. We should be trying to find. I'm not a, you and I, like we've talked about, like, I'm not a prude. Like, you can push the limits in some degree. There can be a wardrobe malfunction. You can do some kind of edgier stuff. You know, there was a time when they'd have Michael Jackson and that was too edgy for people. So you're always going to upset somebody. But I
Yes.
did watch some of the rather demonic
Oh,
videos and they're pretty freaking, like, I wouldn't want my kids at that concert. So why
no.
are we doing this for the Super Bowl?
Do you know that my 23-year-old daughter, Quinn, who again, they all love them some Dave Rubin,
Yeah.
um, she's like, Mom, I actually stopped listening to Bad Bunny's music because of the lyrics and because of the demonic performances that he puts on. He doesn't even try to hide it. So I thought that was fascinating. And she's like, Mom, where have you been? Like, I stopped doing this a long time ago. And then she went through her list of many other people in Hollywood who are doing the same things in their performances, including, in her opinion, and many others, Taylor Swift and some of the things that are very suggestive on those stages. But let's remember the demographic of the Super Bowl, which is what? Probably, I mean, it's a wide age gap, like
Yeah.
8 to 54 men, whatever. But this is an American sport. This is not football, soccer.
Right. Right.
So we have a man who is Hispanic. He's Puerto Rican. He is anti-ICE. He's anti-Trump. He says, I will never perform again in North America because of their immigration policies. He dresses in drag as a woman, all the above. Like, there is nothing that anyone in that demographic can identify with their choice.
Let me ask you this. Who, well, first off, I assume we're going to both agree that he probably is not the best choice for this for all the reasons you just laid out. Who do you think, like, who would be like the types of bands that they could have at this point? Because everyone's always going to complain about something. He does seem to be a particularly unique version of like this twisted whatever. But like,
Unnecessarily. I
yeah,
mean,
like well, that's the other thing I want to ask you about. But first, let's try to come up with like 4 or 5 musicians that actually most people would agree on. Like, who's left in Americana anymore?
well,
Like
I think
Fleetwood Mac, that would be pretty cool. But I don't know.
people
Think,
for
yeah,
our age, right?
yeah.
I mean, I look at Morgan Wallen and Jelly
Morgan
Roll,
Wallen.
people like that. And listen, who was it? Oh, even at the LA Super Bowl a couple of years ago, remember it was that big compilation of all the 90s hip hop artists, and it was
Yeah, 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 yeah,
whoever, like that was it Dr. Dre? Yeah, I mean
yeah. Yeah.
that was so much fun. Are there some inappropriate things in there? Yeah. Was it inappropriate when Beyonce gets up there and does her things at
Well,
times? Yeah.
that's the point.
Yes. And so to me, I love the Morgan Wallen Jelly Roll type stuff because they also have really true grit stories, especially Jelly Roll and Americana and overcoming things and representing and loving our country for our biggest sporting event annually, right? Is the Super Bowl. So to me, there's a million other options. And the fact that they intentionally chose this person is concerning. Is it the end of the world? No. Are people still going to watch to an extent? Yes, but there really are a ton of people who are saying maybe let's boycott. Rock Nation, they're the ones that make this selection every year. And I guess it's the NFL's deal with Rock Nation, who is led by Jay-Z. I mean, there's a lot of dot connecting to do where this shouldn't be that shocking to so many of us. And many people take it even deeper, like, well, this is, politically motivated. And so when everybody was so up in arms about what happened with Charlie Kirk and America, America, and the Christianity and that draw that so many people are feeling right now towards God and that revival, that this is like, okay, sure
What
thing.
a
Let's
what a
balance it.
horribly cynical, what a
Yeah,
terrible way of looking
I've
at it.
heard it
Well,
talk that.
You already answered my first question, which is who is the they in that? Like, who actually makes these decisions? Because I wasn't sure if it was the NFL or it was, I guess, is it ABC, ESPN? That's the what network
I
is it
don't know
on
who has
even?
the
Or is it
Super Bowl
Fox now? Or
this
I don't even
year,
know
but
where the Super Bowl
usually
is.
between Fox, NBC, CBS. ABC comes in, I think, in 2028. But at the end of the day, it's a joint decision, I'm sure,
Right.
between the league and
Right.
Roc Nation.
Right. So you have a league, you have Rock Nation, which, as you're saying, has something to do with Jay-Z. You have the network. So let's just say there's like a whole bunch of big corporate structure that's going through this. It just seems hard for me to believe that people got on a call to discuss what they were going to do. And they were like, relative to where America's at right now and everything that's going on here, that this would be the best choice. That somehow they came to that consensus. Because even though it would be tough to come up with that list of 10 that everybody could get, like, give me Journey, that would be fine. I know I'm like a little outlier on this, but like there's ways to do things that are not offensive that could still be fun and still whatever. I know there's always going to be something offensive one way or another. You're
Sure.
right. You bring out Beyonce, she's going to pull her dress down or blah, blah, blah. Okay, fine. But this seems like it's as if you were trying to poke the bear and
Yeah,
let's poke, 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 poke. But to
which
connect
is
it,
why
man, if you're right about like the sort of pushback to the Charlie thing, which you're probably onto something, what a cynical.
it is.
If you'd like to see more sane takes on our insane world, check out our direct message clips playlist. And if you want to watch more full episodes of the Actual Friends podcast, they're both right over here. And if you'd like to get notified of all future Actual Friends podcast videos, be sure to subscribe and click the notification bell.